You only need to master 3 simple rules to learn a highly profitable scalping trading strategy. In this video, I am going to teach you the most profitable scalping strategy that will turn your small $100 or $200 account into well over 5 figures, and this strategy has a winning ratio of over 90%. We're gonna be learning these 3 simple rules in this top-down analysis pattern. We will start with 1 hour time frame where we have to find the first step, and we will move down to a 15-minute time frame, and from the 15-minute time frame we will move down to the 5-minute time frame. As this strategy is going to be a scalping strategy, so we will be using the 5-minute time frame to place the trade, put the stop loss and put the targets. So here is the first rule that you need to understand. The very first step, that on the 1 hour time frame there are always going to be some support and resistance levels, and when there is a support and resistance level, we have to first wait until the market breaks either the resistance or market breaks either the previous support level. So in case if we break the resistance level, that is right here, this was the resistance, we also have a resistance, we're gonna need a lot of strength in the buyer's movement when it will be breaking the previous resistance levels. And at the same time, if there is a support level, then wait for the market to break that support level with a lot of strength, and this resistance and support breakout, it should happen on the 1 hour time frame. So these are the analysis that we need to do on the 1 hour time frame. Now keep one thing in mind, that these support and resistance levels, they have to be a strong support and resistance level. Like you can see that this resistance that I made, it's a key resistance level. Market actually reacted from this resistance couple of times, and in case of a support level here, we can see that it was also a key support level. Now what kind of a strength we need from the buyers when they will be breaking the previous resistance, or from the sellers when they will be breaking the previous support. So here in this example, you can see that you have a strong resistance level. Market respected this resistance level several times. You also have a resistance level right here. And when the buyers made a strong movement to the upside, they broke the previous resistance. Now look at the momentum inside the buyers movement. That's the momentum that we always need, and it must happen on the 1 hour time frame. Now the question is, as there are now 3 resistance at here, so what resistance level we are gonna be considering for the reference? If you see multiple resistance levels that market break, like you have 3 resistance level, then the nearest one to the big movement of the buyers or the nearest one to the big movement of the sellers, you need to consider that support and resistance area. So in this example, we're only going to be focusing on this resistance area, and we have to wait until the market makes a pullback to this level on the 15-minute time frame, which is our second step, and then we will look for some trade opportunity from the 5-minute time frame. Now, on the 1 hour time frame, the movement of the sellers are going to be like this, and we're going to be only focusing on the nearest support level to the big sellers movement out of all the support levels that market will break to the downside. So what we need to do, as this movement is on the 1 hour time frame, we then need to go down to the 15-minute time frame, and on the 15-minute time frame, this seller's movement is going to look something like this, and this support level right here is going to look something like this. So we need to wait on the 15-minute time frame for the market to make a pullback to that support level that we will have right here. We need to see how the market is going to make a pullback exactly to the low of the support in case of the seller's movement, and exactly to the high of the resistance in case of the buyer's movement. So just wait to see how the market makes a pullback to this level. If you see this kind of a pattern, like the buyers making small higher highs and higher lows inside the pullback, if you see this pattern on the 15-minute time frame, then wait for a rejection. The moment you will get a rejection right at the support level in case of sellers, and right at the resistance level in case of buyers example, then what is the next rule? We then need to go down to 5-minute time frame. Now on the 5-minute time frame, this buyers pullback, it will be this kind of a movement from the buyers with a lot of struggle to go up. And when you will see the first rejection, that is on the 15-minute time frame right here, when you will see the first rejection, wait for the market to break the previous market structure area, which is going to be a support level in case of the seller's example, and which is going to be a resistance level in case of the buyer's example. Just wait for the market to break that support level, take the trade, place your stops above this rejection and your target at the lower low, and it's going to look like this on the 15-minute time frame. Just wait until the market breaks the previous support level, take the trade, target the recent low, and put your stop loss just above the rejection. Now I'm going to show you two examples, one for the buy side and one for the sell side. So everything will make sense and you won't get confused. Now here is the first example and we're going to be focusing on the sell side, and you can see that we have a big sellers movement on the 1 hour time frame. And this seller's movement, it broke the previous support level which was right there, and it also broke this support level which was near to the seller's movement. So we're going to be considering this support level and we need to see how the market makes a pullback to this level. If the market will make a pullback with highs and lows on the 15-minute time frame and we get a rejection right at this area, then we will move down to the third rule, which is gonna be finding the break of structure area on the 5-minute time frame. So we have our first step, we have identified our first step. We're just gonna put a line here and we need to see how the market will make a move to this level. Will there be a rejection or not? And then we will be taking the trade. So let's move down to our second step, which is going to be finding the pullback on the 15-minute time frame. Now on the 15-minute time frame, this is the support level. We have put our line right at the support level, and inside this pullback you can definitely see how the buyers are making the move to the upside. You have this high right here, then market made a higher low. We broke the previous high, made this higher high. On the 15-minute time frame, there is this higher low again. We have made a higher high and market is making a higher low right now. So that's the kind of a movement I was talking about when we will be needing a pullback on the 15-minute time frame. So let's see how market will come to this level. Will we get a rejection or not? We have just created this higher low and now the buyers are going up. So you can see we have just reached at the support level. Now definitely there was some seller strength. Sellers, when they could not make a new high, they got rejected. There was some strength from the sellers, but we were not at the support level. So this rejection, we're not going to consider that. But now as we have reached at the support level, so we will see how we will get a rejection, or will there be any rejection or not. So now we are definitely getting a rejection right at here. So what's the next rule? We need to go down to the 5-minute time frame. We have the big sellers movement on the 1 hour time frame. We broke the previous support levels. We marked the very nearest support level. Then on the 15-minute time frame, we are making a proper pullback. We have came to that support level. We are just getting a rejection. So the third step is we need to go down to the 5-minute time frame. And on the 5-minute time frame, I highly recommend that wait for the market to first break the support level before you decide to take the trade. If you wait until the market will break the support level and then you take the trade, it's going to be a very conservative way, very safe way to take the trade, and there will be very less chance that you will get stopped out. So you can see that market, it just broke this level. We are retesting it. So anywhere you place your trade right at the moment when we broke the previous support level, put your stops above these rejections and place your target at this lower low area on the 1 hour time frame is definitely a very good risk to reward ratio trade, and you will be able to make more than 2.82 rewards from this trade if it goes in your favor. So let's see how this trade will perform, and you will be surprised to see that this strategy has literally over 90% of the winning ratio. I have back tested in the last 5 years. I personally love to use this strategy and it works almost 9 out of 10 times. And here it just got hit our take profit on the 5-minute time frame. Let's see the price action on the 15-minute time frame, and you can see the beauty of this strategy, how well it performed and how well it made a movement to the downside on the 15-minute time frame exactly at the lower low area. So this was the first example. We looked at the trade opportunity for the sell side. Now let's move on to the second example, which is going to be on the buy side. Now here on this chart, you can see that we have a big buyer's movement. We have broken the previous strong resistance levels. This resistance right here, this resistance right here, and this resistance right here. Alright, this big resistance, market respected this level couple of times before going to the downside. Yes, we also have a resistance level here, but market never respected it more than once. So we're going to be looking at this resistance, which is the nearest resistance to this big buyer's movement. And we're going to get rid of these two lines. And where we need to put our line, right at the top of the resistance. So as we have this big buyers movement, so what we need to go down to the 15-minute time frame, and we need for the market to make a pullback first with lower lows and lower highs. And the moment we will come to this resistance level, if we get a rejection, then the third step is that we have to go down to the 5-minute time frame. So let's move down to 15-minute time frame first. And on the 15-minute time frame, we're gonna wait to see how the market is gonna make a pullback to this resistance level, as we have just created this higher high. So you can definitely see that market is making a move to the downside. We have this lower low, we have a lower high right here. We are just creating a lower low. So it is definitely making a move with a proper lower low and lower high sequence on the 15-minute time frame. And we are also near to the resistance level. So we just need to wait for a rejection first. And the moment we will get a rejection right at this resistance line, right at this high of the resistance, then we will move down to the 5-minute time frame. Now we are at this resistance. Market definitely made this low, then went up, created a lower high again, and now we are at the resistance. We have started to get a rejection. So what we first need to confirm whether there is going to be a rejection or not. So we need a big buyer's candle right at this area. And you can definitely see that we have a strong buyer's candle. We got a rejection at the resistance. So what's the next step? We have to move down to the 5-minute time frame. And on the 5-minute time frame, we have this level of resistance, and we need to break this level of resistance. When we will break this resistance level, we can simply just take the trade, put our stop loss lower than the rejections, and our target at the high of the 1-hour time frame. So we definitely have broken the previous resistance level. We can simply just take the trade after the market broke the previous resistance, and we need to put our stops lower than these rejections to give it a little bit space. So in case if we get another rejection, we won't get stopped out, and we're gonna place our target right at the higher high from the 1-hour time frame, and it's gonna be more than 4.37 risk to reward ratio trade. So let's find out whether this trade will work out or not. So you can see that market, it spent some time before making a move to the upside, and we even got another rejection, and that was the reason why I said that put your stop lower than these rejections just to give it some space. So in case if sellers come back down again, to sweep out the liquidity, to sweep out the stop losses of all the traders who put their stop losses here, to sweep these positions so you won't get stopped out. Now let's resume again to see how the market is making the move to the upside. Now here you can see that it just got hit the take profit right at the area of the high on the 1-hour time frame. So let's see how the price action looks on the 15-minute time frame. And this is how it looks. We have the first move from the buyers on the 15-minute time frame. Look at how strong the buyers came, and then the second move from the buyers exactly at the higher high. So you just need to master these 3 simple rules, these 3 simple steps. I have back tested this strategy in the last 5 years, and it gave me huge success, and I have made tons of money with this strategy. So I highly recommend you guys to watch this video several times and back test it on your own, and let me know in the comment section about your back tested result. And if you guys have any question, let me know in the comment section as well. I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching. If you have not yet, consider hitting the subscribe button. Bye for now. Peace out.